It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey supposed talk truth to power don't off mind. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle so they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over Naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. My ego diary politico, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. This one not they off in mind, oh, yo. My ego don't come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my yegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my yegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my yegun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh, yo. My yegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. My yegun don't come.
Hello there.
Mayegun la wa mo la mo dodododo. Mayegun diary, number one.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun Live.
Mayegun diary, number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun dá wa sí. Mayegun diary.
Thank you so much for joining me. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends. Tell them Mayegun today and then like the broadcasts.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wà á gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary, number one. Godfather is
24 students kidnapped by the terrorists called Fulani terrorists at a Federal University in Gusau, Zamfara State. 6 of them escaped, but the media in Nigeria are reporting it as being rescued. Not true.
Ani esunraki. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki. Mayegun ti dé. Ani esunraki. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook.
Olu yesterday sent an emergency intervention to stop the Chicago State University from releasing his own certificates. Now, the judge has therefore adjourned it till Monday. I have a lot for you on that tonight. Last night, mourners, those who were mourning the death of Mohbad, were shot at Lekki in Lagos last night. So good morning to you once again, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. It is Mayegun live. I bet you have possibly read the caption of the broadcast. You've read the description as well. Have you shared it? Thank you. Now, the rider for this broadcast is the incident that took place in Zamfara yesterday when Fulani terrorists armed to the teeth invaded a village, right? That is also having the Federal University. And at the end of the operation, the villagers, the students in their own hostels, and all of them, 24 of them were kidnapped. There was no response. Nobody knows where they are right now. But maybe during transportation, they said 6 of them escaped. However, the media in Nigeria, when they escaped, okay, this was hours after the terrorists have taken their hostages. So the military responded hours later. When they are now combing the area, they found these 5 or 6 victims, and they said they have rescued them. Now, where the remaining 18 kidnapped victims are currently unknown. They are still pursuing them, just like they told you they were pursuing the terrorists who kidnapped 14 NYSC youth corpers, corp members who were like going to Sokoto. They were kidnapped. It's over a month now. Okay? It's over a month. And they have not been freed. Now, the remaining 18 people who have been kidnapped, their fate is presently unknown and it may have been decided, and you may never know until another one happened again. But I'll show you the scene where the students themselves shared this.
La ilaha illallah. Nobody did in this house again. Ah!
Gasa duka ta window wallahi suka shiga daukunan nan duka ta window suka fito da su a gani nan to ni amma ban san room nawa ne dakin ta ba wallahi san room nawa bane dakin ta gasa Ay, no, apa?
That's just the scene. Okay. There is no report of anyone killed. And if there is no report on the number of casualty or what have you. But the number of the victims kidnapped has been confirmed. That one has been confirmed. So 18 of those people are currently in the hands of their kidnappers. And the story is the same everywhere. And just like I will continue to remind all of you, right, or all of us, is that, you see, yesterday's survivors, they are today's potential victims. The survivors of today, they are at the same time potential victims of tomorrow. Bad leadership, failed leadership, bad and crooked government serves nobody's interest, not even the interest of those who are supporting them. You will be victims every day, until you actually have something real different from what you currently think you want to use to save Nigeria. You can't save Nigeria. I know that may sound crude and sort of, absolute. It is not something that, it is not a conclusion that, or should I say, it is not a state of, a conclusion that we just arrived by accident. For those who have paid paid attention very well to the development in Nigeria when they started, where they are now, can easily sort of predict where this is headed. Nigeria is not safe. There is no amount of propaganda. There is no amount of PR that is going to change that. Nigeria, unsafe Nigeria, continue to claim our victims, and this time around, nobody is spared. The other day, I think just about a month or two ago, just about 2 months ago, the news of the Nigeria military being slaughtered like animals by these terrorists in Niger State, to the point that they shot down one of the supposed rescue chopper, the chopper that should go and rescue those who have been ambushed. At the end of the day, the chopper was down, and the 36 personnel of Nigerian Army lost their lives. They were so angry, and they said they were going to go after these terrorists. Their governor went to go and see Thiefnubu, and he said they've discussed with Thiefnubu. They don't want military. They will speak to these terrorists. They will give them whatever they want. After that, the same guy, Bago or so, right? They started to make deal with the same terrorists that killed 36 Nigerian soldiers in that same northern Nigeria. So there is no amount of PR that is going to kind of wash that away. As much as the failed leadership that brought us to this stage is still very much exists, even worse, because that's exactly what Thiefnubu is. They believe that this is still like 1999, when they actually run things through propaganda to the point that they started believing their own lies too. Yes. Oh, we are the best. We are so after Awolowo. We are this on education. We are this on that and all of that. Only for the rest of them, to what? To deplete all the resources that came through them in the last 24 years of this fake democracy. And today, they are in charge of Nigeria. So they're going to think they can still run it through propaganda and lies. Unfortunately, there is going to be another one after this. And I'm going to come back to that. But here is that clip again.
Gasa duka ta window wallahi suka shiga daukunan nan duka ta window suka fito da su a gani nan to ni amma ban san room nawa ne dakin ta ba wallahi san room nawa bane dakin ta gasa Ay, it's not.
Yeah, that was the scene. And then we'll follow that up. But let's quickly go to Chicago again. See, I know that somehow if you look at me or whenever you kind of see Mayegun, you believe that the fact that I don't like these people, right? I am always going to be very much, okay, oppose everything that is known to them. So therefore, I won't be kind of, fear in my judgment. But this time around, I don't want to judge. I just want to throw to you a direct question, okay? You see this issue of Thiefnubu fighting to stop his own school from releasing his own record. Is it not becoming embarrassing? I mean, even to you as a Yoruba man, okay? Because you know something, when you are participating in a community versus community, or people versus people's sort of competition or any engagement, in most cases, people love to send their best. If your community is competing for the best wrestler, you would have to look for the best wrestler from you to represent you, because whatever happens is representing the entire that community. Now, in politics, especially in politics of multi-ethnic, multi-tribal, multi-religious country like Nigeria, I understand that in most cases, in fact, all the Nigeria history, which seems to have been caused with the worst of the worst people in position of leadership in Nigeria. It's like a curse. But nevertheless, majority of you who have had, or let me say majority of us who have had, or should we say, taking the look at all the past criminal leaders in Nigeria, okay, and coming down to this call and all of the drama around him. As a Yoruba man, with the history of one of the most educated race, one of the most educated ethnic nationality that comes out of Africa, the Yoruba people. Is it not becoming embarrassing? Is it not becoming a shameful thing? That somebody that is associated with Yoruba is currently the president of Nigeria among all the dramas. And the least thing that the Yorubas found as more or less like our birthright, education. Education. The proof of it. Like, who goes to court, hire lawyers, to stop his own school from releasing his own education record? I'm just asking that before I begin to drop the bombshell. I'm just trying to be like, okay, fine. Whether you believe that I'm not always fear or not fear, I'm asking you right now, is this not becoming embarrassing? Including to some of you, who are actually like Thiefnubu, ass lickers, crumb eaters, crumb chasers, all risers, and all that. And others. Somebody that when they grabbed him at the Arewa house, this your education is before the election, I mean, before your charade election, it was there bragging. Do you want me to show you that? Where Kolu was talking about being the best student, most brilliant student, you all need to actually, listen to the complete court conversation of yesterday. I'm still looking for the whole copy before I bring that here. It is so embarrassing. Kolu said, if the release is school record, the same one you submitted the certificate from, that if they release it, it's going to cost you irreparable damages. What is that irreparable? Irreparable is something that can no longer be repaired. What exactly does that mean? Is that not embarrassing to some of you who actually spent your years? All of you are older people. I'm talking about some of you are so shameless, all right, that the criminality that you raised us condemned, majority of you, you were those who were telling us that crime is wrong, what's wrong. Education was good. Now, a lot of you are turning around telling us that now that, what is our business? We should forget education. We should forget crime. We should forget things that you used to tell us we must never engage in. So all of you, I'm talking about those of you who are like a shameless old men and women watching me right now, okay? Who believe that it's nothing. He has become president. He has become the president. It's going to be for 8 years. He can be for 80 years. That's your business. I'm just asking you. Would you tell your children right now that forgery is nothing? Would you tell your children or your grandchildren now that they shouldn't waste their time in schools? It's pure nonsense. There are other ways around it. Would you now encourage your children to go into drug dealing, drug smuggling, human trafficking, money laundering? Would you encourage them to go into all of that right now? Would you volunteer your children to be the mold for all this drug-infested society? Would you want them to be now? Because you have to tell them that all those things they are not as bad as you thought they were when you were also younger. Okay? Out of the entire, the same Yoruba land, where they will be telling all of us, run to humanity one share, run to humanity one share. So if I tell them, say, my papa is a drug dealer right now, it shouldn't be a big deal anymore. Do you understand? And if I come out and I say, I am Dr. Mayegun Ajanle Koko, something like that, Esquire, and I claim me and I say I'm a barrister, I'm a lawyer. Listen, let's frame it. Mayegun General, Dr. Mayegun General, okay? SAN, PhD, okay? And I'm also a scientist. So would you tell me that I should go and bring all the qualifications? And if I tell you that, well, I don't have any qualification to present to you, whatever I give to you, take it like that. Would that be normal now? Would that be all right now? Now, here is Kolu at Arewa House, October 2022.
I was one of those most recruited graduates of my university, multiple honors, first-class degree. And I have a reference point. Those people are there. You have nothing to offer but questions and creating doubt. I'm not here to be defensive. I'm here with humility to tell you that I'm one of the best products. One of the best products that you can sell. No other point in the race, hiding or open.
It was one of the best, most Brilliant students. Oga, Oya, show us all the records. Okay? That shouldn't be a problem. I was the best government student in my own senior year in secondary school, Odogbolu Grammar School. I've got mates. Some of them watches my video. Okay? Badero Olushola Oluwaseyi. I was the best. Nobody say I get competitor. And if you go to grammar school in Odogbolu today, ask, they should be able to give you all my record. Like, I don't have to hire a lawyer or anything. No? But what did Kolu do? A court, a magistrate court, district court, ordered that Chicago State University should release Kolu's academic record in their possession. Just like they are full of shit and full of lies. When that court delivered that judgment, right, and they told the Chicago State University to release the record within 48 hours, which ended yesterday, Kolu and his criminal drug bagman, they went straight to Nigeria to start interpreting it. They said what the judgment meant was that, okay, Chicago State University should just release what they have already released, since the court said whatever is in their possession, okay, must be released. So they will just be like, yeah, it is what they have already released. Atiku is just wasting his time. That's what they were telling themselves in their WhatsApp group. They didn't know that Kolu, right there, where they gave him the bell to be ringing bell, he already received the report that they go soon unveil you. Whatever it is that we are keeping from the rest of Nigeria and the world all this while. I don't even know why he's so worried about it. Abi, are you not worried that he's worried? Wait, the most shocking things that we have found from Thiefnubu's Chicago University record. One, that it was a female American, okay, from Richard Daly College, that then gained admission into Chicago State University. Bola A. Tinubu, American female. That was the shocking first thing, Abi. So if the Chicago University released that document and say, okay, female, then male, whatever, I'm saying that it's not going to be too shocking now. I mean, can that bring him down than the heroin dealing and all of the bank account and everything linked to him, the houses linked to him? Would that be so? I don't understand. There must be something. There must be something, because why they were lying to themselves that there is nothing to be worried about. Atiku is just wasting his time. Kolu called this lawyer to go and stop that release. Why? We've known that the certificate is submitted to INEC is fake. It's a forged certificate from a website called Pinterest. That's where they picked the sample from. They just put his name on it, put the search for the name of the current president of the university at the time, and they forged their signature and put that on it. You know, it's fake. We know that. What else is in that thing? The Akolu said, no, they must not release anything. No. So his lawyers, they were waiting at the entrance of the courtroom since 6 a.m. Can you believe that? 6 a.m. in the morning. Courts will not open until 9:30 in the morning. Thiefnubu's lawyers on the day that the school was supposed to release everything they have in the name of Bola A. Tinubu, Thiefnubu's lawyers were already at the court, at the entrance of the court, 6 a.m. in the morning. Why? They want another judge, okay, to stop the university from releasing those records. Kilo day. Why? Exactly. That was what the judge was asking. Like, why? Give me reasons why. They started giving different reasons and all of that. Why they don't want them. It's okay. You know what? Hang on. All these reasons don't make any sense to me. Okay? They don't make any sense to me. Now, what I'm going to do is that I am going to give you till Monday. Okay? Because, come on. By Monday, all parties, they will be what? They will be here and I will give my ruling. Why? Exactly. If you are not a badjue, if you are not a fake to what you actually, who are you? Who will be this man? This is the kind of thing that you will know that when they are done with you, you will not see anybody to hold responsible because you actually have no idea who he is. Why would you ask them not to release the document? Like, release here. Tell them to. If you have some of them in your own kitty, release them. Abi, why do you have to send lawyers to block it again? What is that thing? What is that thing that Thiefnubu is probably afraid of? That once these details make it to the public, it is going to change everything. Like, what is it going to change? Is that thing they don't want them to, is that information, right? For example, is that information going to make all Nigerians to enter the street and say, no, this man, anywhere where you see him, capture him? I'll be waiting, gongon. It is embarrassing. That's exactly the point. A lot of those who are even following, a lot of people who are following him or supporting APC, more than 80% of them, they know that it's a fraud. Do you understand? But to them, they don't really care. Do you think all these people don't know Thiefnubu? Those who cling on to him because he's a Yoruba and they cling on to that, oh, he's a Yoruba, I cannot call, you know what I mean? They know who he is. All this information, a lot of them know him very well. You don't need to preach it to them. Some of these things won't shock a lot of them, but they'll still cling on to that. So what is that thing? People like Wole Soyinka, educated Wole Soyinka, Confessor Wole Soyinka. Don't be education, make him. Who he is. So what kind of role model would Thiefnubu be for children, to our own children? A former drug baron, accountant to drug dealers, that his own lawyers, during this tribunal trial, came out and their witness came out and said the case of narcotic forfeiture in America, was not against Thiefnubu, they were against his bank account. And that same Nigeria where education, they say education is the master key. Education is the key. In London, he was asked the same thing. And this happened. Remember?
At the moment running with regards to your identity, with regards to your age. So I wonder if you could provide some clarity on the issues of your identity and age, and also let us know when we can engage with you one-on-one in an interview, hear from you directly as the office holder. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the question. It's inquisitive. But at the time of birth, I was dated March 29, 1952, and the family record. I didn't think then, that day, I've determined to be.
At the moment running.
You get that? They had to put pen and paper and say this, sir, say this. And they were asking you about your age, your background and all that. If you were asking me about my age and my background, Abi, how difficult is that going to be for me to tell you about my background? There are some certain things that should be embarrassing enough. Now, there is still where I'm going with all of this, so because you can't see this emptiness and then turn around and be like you are expecting a working country. How? How is that going to happen? Look at the characters in charge. Born liars, chancers. Those who just want the power for the sake of having it, not for the sake of serving the humanity, serving the people that they probably feel give them the power. They have so much resources that they could buy any power anytime they want. But what have they done with it? Absolute nothing. Kalu didn't know when he was born. At a point, senior advocate of nonsense, or senior advocate for the nuisance, fraudsters Otobo Keyamo, was answering similar question on the national television in Nigeria. And guess what he had to say about Thiefnubu's primary and secondary education? This fraud, Otobo Keyamo, actually said it on national television that during the time of Thiefnubu, they were homeschooled. He said that is why Thiefnubu has no record of his primary and secondary education, because he was so brilliant that he was homeschooled. What lie won't they tell? So when people lie to me, do you understand? Especially when they lie and they have to lie to cover another lie in order to lie, lie another lie to cover the lie and all of that. I will be so stupid to actually believe anything they say. Even when you see them do something, these guys have become so creative with their criminality that they can make you believe that they are doing something. You may be seeing like, okay, I saw that now. I saw it last week. Or I saw it last month. This is how creative they have become. I don't believe them. All right? Now, the same way, the level at which I distrust them, and I want you to as well, once you get to that stage, it will be difficult for them to actually lie to you, and for you to ever say, we don't even know which one, we don't know which one to believe again, is because you still have a place in that your mind that is still giving them once in a while benefit of the doubt and say, well, maybe, just maybe, that just maybe is the only button that they have been keeping to hold you down. I don't trust them. Do you understand? They were so criminally minded that when they say they want to do something, apart from that thing being overpriced, right, and poor quality or substandard delivery, by the time you start looking into it, you will actually prefer that they never actually did any of those things that will put you more in danger than safety. So I don't trust them. So when they come out and begin to cook lies to cover this or that, I kind of ask myself, or yeah, I do ask myself, do people really kind of listen to these guys, and they kind of feel like he's saying the truth. I believe him. All these guys. I don't. Let them release your record. You are now the president of Nigeria. Your record, yourself, everything is now public. There is nothing private about you anymore. Kolu, there has never been anything private about you. Can we please tell ourselves this truth? And those who are closer to Thiefnubu should please let him know that from the time immemorial, for those who have actually put up effort to make sure that they legally stop this criminal and let him stand up for his crime, people like Chief Ganifaweyimi and so many others who actually started, and they ended up being his dogs today. Those who are now kind of, defending that. Not be say people no stand up against this fraud, though. But Baba, let them release your record, because there's nothing people don't know about you. It's just that Nigerians have always been suffering from Stockholm syndrome. The worse the poverty become, the more cover up you think you are getting, because a lot of people knows, but they can't talk. A lot of people where they have a lot to share, but they can't share them because Nigeria has happened to them. They've ended up on the side whereby if they try that, they would lose everything. And in Nigeria of today, nobody wants to lose anything except those ones that are forcefully taken from them, which is what they do to you all the time anyway. We know Thiefnubu very well, okay? And we know what he represents. But if you are one of those who are the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris, the ass licker or the crumb eaters, the crumb chaser or the all ricer, alaye, shebi you go school. Abi, we know how much they have done in 24 years. Instead of producing productive youth in Nigeria, they have produced unemployed, unemployable, young people that are still going to be, when they said Nigeria is sitting on the keg of a gunpowder, those majority of you, who went to school for the sake of going to school, you are not useful to yourself, you are not useful to your society, you are not useful to your country, just like your leaders. You are all, majority of you are actually like a layovers or layabouts, right? You are mostly scavengers, pickpockets as well, and beggars, as we know, because that's exactly what they have shaped millions of you into in 24 years of democracy. Race back to the ancient time, while the rest of the world were racing forward to the future. Look at what they have done to the young Nigerians in Nigeria. They destroyed them. That's what they have done, and they are still doing. And that is why, okay, you will see a deluded, unemployed, unemployable, unproductive, Bambiala, online beggar, ass licker, crumb eater, crumb chasers, all risers on social media, defending the same people who put them in that kind of precarious situation. And that is why they said, when you are fighting these criminals, you should learn how to use one hand and the other hand to protect yourselves from these bond slaves, original sufferers, generational slaves who defend their oppressors, okay? And why they wallow in the abject poverty that these guys have already created for them. Oh, it's unfortunate, oh. Yeah? There is nothing we don't know about these people. And we should feel sorry for their victims too, especially the ignorant ones. Let them release your record. You should be a role model to others, to children, okay? Rather than hiring lawyers, hiring PR people. They lied to you that he was invited by Joe Biden to America. I don't like liars. I don't know how you keep and cope. I'm not saying I'm a saint or what have you, but when people actually lie, habitual liar, why do you have to lie? You're gonna go to the UN. You're gonna go to the UN anyway. You know, say Russia and America, they know they talk. If Putin decided that he wanted to go to the United Nations, he will fly straight to New York. All the Russian contingent, everybody will land in New York, and they will drive straight to that United Nations building. Nothing is going to happen. Sure, you understand? You know, Kim Jong-un of North Korea, the one when they do they travel, and anywhere we train no reach, you know they go. Kim Jong-un, if he decided to attend the United Nations General Assembly meeting, he will fly there, he will get there, and he will go back, and nothing will happen. There's a reason for that anyway, so I don't need to say much to you. Why do you have to lie? They started cooking. President Tinubu, a lot of world leaders, they are now queuing to see him in G20. He went to G20. He was looking like a retired May guard. On overtime. Now, he was going to be met by world leaders. All of them are tripping. They want to, he will meet Apple CEO. He's going to meet Microsoft CEO. He's going to meet GM Motors. He's going to meet Joe Biden on this side. He didn't meet any of them. Why do you have to lie? Why? Because they also for legitimacy. They want legitimacy everywhere. They are doing public PR, public what have you for him. So meaning they look like everybody wants to see him. Why should everybody want to see you? Why? Stay in Nigeria, okay? Do things that people will see, that people like me will not be able to talk. But some of you no get sense. You think Mayegun is just complaining because you no get sense. These criminals, every day, their everyday action is destroying lives in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria. And they are looking for PR. Make them look like everybody wants. Wait till they want to see for your body. The bulaba balablu, what have you? Nigeria is sinking. They are doing PR. They are doing public relation, what have you. He wants to take picture with this. He wants to take picture with that. See, they can personally write the White House without the United Nations. Write the White House through the American embassy and say Nigeria president want to meet Joe Biden in the White House. They can do that from the office of President Abi. So why do you have to make it look like the guy get anything when he can't go there, can't they talk about climate change and then land encroachment in northern Nigeria and all the other nonsense that didn't make any sense. And guess what? If you listen to that United Nations speech of Thiefnubu, kí ló ń ṣàwọn lórí burúkú yìí torí Ọlọ́run, kí ló ń worry yín? So okay, you see, look at you, what on boomy, you where they look at me with one side eye. See, look at me very well. In a year or two, okay, you are going to come back here. And that time you are going to look at me with two clear eyes. If you are still alive, you will look at me with clear eyes and you will realize that I am not your enemy. Shey you get? Ori buruku to fe she yen, oshima papa she. Whether I talk or I no talk, you go still be unfortunate eventually. Because you see these guys, they are easily predictable. Do you get that? Easily predictable. There are things you'll be doing that you know that is going to ruin lives of people. But if it's going to pay some people and you don't care about those lives that will be ruined, of course, people like me will be waiting. No amount of PR to promote that madness will actually fly in the face of people like me. So you can then turn and say, why don't you just have faith? Faith will return. Faith kill you there, like that of the one where you escape from that of Boko Haram time. I'm not saying you should not criticize them, but let us also wish our Because I could go on and on and on. And I mean, I could go on and on and on and on that rant. Because the point here is this. You are all going to come back and regret whatever fake nonsense you are actually telling yourselves about these rogues. Because every day they are sharing your lives. Everything that is going to make you poor and poor and poor and poor is what they are doing. Olórí burúkú ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa faith. Àṣírí ẹ̀ ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa you know, are you not a Yoruba man? Olórí burúkú ara ẹ̀ tó yẹ pé if they no kidnap you, if it be the policeman that will eventually kill you, it is Nigeria. That's how things work there. Eventually, waste your last none. If you know, I mean, except if you get a chance to probably run away from that Nigeria, and you can start loving that Nigeria from abroad, like some of your uncles and aunties. Okay, most of them are already lost in that same abroad. Because that's what Nigeria actually represents. But until then, I will continue to remind you the consequences of all your choices. Now, you see this guy, Kalu. Remember that the FBI are going to release 500 copies of his record next month. So I also heard that he is currently sending lawyers in that same America to get a court injunction in America to stop the FBI from releasing all those files as they are planning. Kí ni Tinubu hide? Wetin Thiefnubu dey hide? This same Thiefnubu, the bagman for drug dealers in America. Do you know that his wife, Remi Tinubu, was also named in that court paper? Remi Tinubu, the one that is the wife of Thiefnubu right now in Nigeria. The first lady, Abi, Remi Werekwe. And she was listed. Yesterday, they said Remi Werekwe turned 63. And Thiefnubu, in the message of, birthday message to Remi, Thiefnubu said she is being the partner, the best partner in crime. During the darkest days and during the lightest days, she's been very dear, which is true. Remi's bank account was one of the accounts where the heroin money were paid into. It's also part of the court papers. Baale ntagbo, ìyàwó ento gogoro. Ewa ni ọmọ wọn gbowó ta. Ṣèyí Thiefnubu, that one they collect owó ta. Thiefnubu they sell igbo. Remi they sell ogogoro. Thiefnubu is the baale. Remi is the wife. Ṣèyí is the son. In Yoruba they say baale ntagbo. Ìyàwó ento gogoro, ọmọ wọn gbowó ta, ẹdẹlẹ fèṣù lábúlé, èṣù ti wọ Nigeria, ẹ lọ get ready, kì í ṣe wish. Èṣù ti wọlé tọ̀yìn, ó ṣe gbà pé èṣù come inside, devil enter say he won't come relax here for a while. You say no chance, no space, I don't want visitors, say out there. Even if not inside your brain, I feel relaxed there. Would they ask for space? I ask you for room. I say I don't come. We always say that in Yoruba as well, for those who are very troublesome. They will say, Eshu sọpọ̀ òun fẹ́ wá bá ẹgbẹ́ oníkòsáyé. Bó jẹ́ góńgó imú ẹ̀ lásán lórí, ó máa relax síbẹ̀. Eshu ti wọ Nigeria. Go get ready. Ẹ̀yin tó yẹ pé wo, MC Olúẹran. They led their thugs to chase Baruwa in Abuja. Chairman, where everybody they shun Baruwa. When the Lagos thugs arrived with DSS and the rest of them on their tail, on their toe, so what happened? They chased Baruwa, enter fence. Now see Barua police go arrest. No election, no nothing. No. Now Barua the right statement for station. National president, I be national chairman of NURTW. He did police station for Abuja the right statement. They don't dethrone him. Bale they sell Igbo. In wife they sell Ogogoro. In this case, it can't be like saying for the same trade. Call who this, Pablo they sell banner. In wife they bank banner money. So their son can they collect a rubber from those who they use the banner, the Agberus, and the rest of them who deliver. You can't say you don't want problem for the place, Nigeria to the Lagos. So it's now up to you. Odumejo, about 20 years. I just believe that now this same APC, somebody said that a while ago. Somebody said, if there is anything that Bokwari did right, as painful as it must be to some people, or be for some people, okay? Because I'm not going to lie. I do see that in many of you. Despite the fact that a lot of people on this platform, if they give them the ballot for referendum to choose between Nigeria and choose their own country, right? I can still put my bet on it. A lot of you will choose for Nigeria to break up on this platform. But at the same time, I also know that so many of you watching me right now, una still get this smaller, whether not tiny, whether not big, well, it doesn't matter. You see, have this thing for Nigeria, say maybe Nigeria can still be helped. Maybe. Abi, I know that. But the bottom line is that Nigeria cannot be helped. Okay? If there's anything that Bokwari did very well, is that Bokwari shown all of us where we belong. Bokwari of APC, Al-Qaeda People's Congress, made all of us to realize that there is no one Nigeria. There is many Nigerias. Some of you are still living in denial. It's okay. Bokwari divided Nigeria with all of his actions and inaction. He divided Nigeria along tribal, ethnic, religious line, and those fainted line before APC, Egbekegbe, they made those bloodlines, they made them clearer now. Nigeria has never been this divided. If you like, you can live in denial. And I remember telling you that whatever Bokwari did, it go still the learn job or learn work in what Thiefnubu will do. You go see him. You will see. I pray we all live long enough to witness this. You think Nigeria is divided? Sure. Before Thiefnubu finish 4 years, you go down the year say now so gang they control this part. If you cross the border, now so people they control that border there now. Now so and so it's going to be like maybe not close to Syria, but very, very much not far from Afghanistan. You will see it. You want to see tribalism, political tribalism, because that's exactly what Bokwari played. Northerners, they felt like, now one of us, it go do us well. Bokwari is appointing all of his people. What do you want to do about it? What can you do about it? That is somebody who will be say, Meruwa Nisheo. Person where they fetch water, go carry water like that. 10 jerrycans in a trolley, pushing trolley for kilometers of road to go and sell. He no benefit anything from what is called government, but he's so happy. He's a Muslim from northern Nigeria. And Bokuwari is a Muslim from northern Nigeria. Are you a Fulani? No, I'm not a Fulani. I am Hausa Fulani. Hausa Fulani. Are you Hausa or are you Fulani? I'm Hausa Fulani. Okay, fine. Great. We will rule this country. We will shake any cock any cock. Where that cannot feed himself, feed his family, is bragging because it felt like since the people in charge are northerners, since they are this, anybody will not like political, tribal politics rather. Abi? So those who are their own elites, as they were cashing out, emptying Nigeria, stealing and looting and sharing, their people are the regular customers in the hands of increasing, well-armed, well-structured, organized terrorists of northern Nigeria. More people were kidnapped, more people were killed, more children were killed, more children were kidnapped. In fact, more children were sold off as slaves in northern Nigeria in 8 years that they have northerners running the country. No. Ruining the country. So you think Bokwari played tribal politics? Tribal politics is not for you. You are just a fool, believing that they are doing it because they come from your side and it's going to end up, you're going to benefit from it. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to benefit anything. The only thing you are going to benefit is poverty and poverty and poverty. Open your eyes. Bokwari told World Bank, he told them that whatever projects they are bringing to Nigeria, whatever projects, they must take them to northern Nigeria because the people of northern Nigeria need it more. And for 8 years, more than 80% of World Bank projects in Nigeria were situated in northern Nigeria. It still never ended poverty. Building structures, building this or that. They won't end poverty if there are actually no policy that is called human capital development policies. Policies that have direct impact on the lives of the people. And you can't do anything without security as well. You know that. Bokwari from northern Nigeria could not save the northern Nigeria from the escalating atrocity of these violent terrorist groups. He even came up with a solution. Let's give the terrorists lands. The terrorists who are cashing out money, okay? They are being paid by the several states in northern Nigeria. Their people are wallowing in abject poverty. Millions of them are living in refugee camps that is popularly known as internally displaced persons camp. There's nothing like internally displaced person. These were the survivors of different terrorism that has lasted over 10 years in Nigeria, especially northern Nigeria. Well, it's a business to some of these guys. Okay? So if somebody now turn around and say, Yoruba lo kan, they will give Yoruba all the appointments. Okay? And then you will see Yoruba, elebi, oloorun. It will be jumping up and down and say, they're Ogo Yoruba ni. How can any Yoruba man be against this man? See what he is doing. Because they are so foolish that they cannot learn from those who just completed their own the sufferness course, the northerners in Nigeria. Now them started the Sai Baba. Before the end of Bokwari's term, they were already shouting Kai Baba, Kai Baba. Now somebody turned around and said, Yoruba Lokon, and you Okponu Arae. You actually think they were talking about you or your children. Emma, go. Don't worry. Give it time. So you think when they say Yoruba Lokon, that they will begin to give political appointments, board appointments, contracts, and other things that they will open doors for them. Do you really think they were talking about you? Do you really think this is the time they will now invest in the education in Yoruba land, invest in the infrastructure of Yoruba land, invest in the human capital development of Yoruba people? Do you think now is when Yorubas will have 24 hours electricity? Are you that dumb? Chebele gotonima. No, she saw un job, question who saw me big mass of Pagala go. I'm going to be question lower on so we must have Pagala like boring time. Bele gotoni. They will make money too. The northern Nigeria that told us that protesting is haram. Very soon, I told you that. I said the moment Bokwari is gone, protest will no longer be haram. Haram ke. Power cool. So let's go to Kano. I'm still coming back to all of you. Let's go to Kano. There's been protest in Kano right now. They believe that the judiciary is moving mad. And if judiciary move anyhow mad, now from Kano, the whole thing go burn. Oh. A lot of people are now saying, the Kiniko will start from the north. Oh, Mokoti, yeah. We'll go to the north.
Sako daga al'ummar jihar Kano ba ma goyon cin hanci, ba ma goyon bayan cin hanci portfolio local government Kano state. Al'ummar jihar Kano ba su yadda da cin hanci ba. Abba muka zaba, abba muke so, shi muke son a tabbatar mana. Kano sai abba portfolio local government ga munan ba mu yadda ba abba muka zaba shi muke sa tabbatar mana. Ba ma goyon bayan cin hanci da rashawa haramun ne. Gashi nan portfolio local government jama'a gashi nan wannan haka yake kuna gani. Ba ma goyon bayan zalunci. Portfolio local government jihar Kano abba suka zaba, abba suke so a tabbatar musu a kotu. Ba ma goyon bayan zalunci, ba mu yadda da cin hanci ba. Wannan haka yake gashi nan kamar yadda kuke gani, kai tsaye muna gudanar da zanga-zanga ta lumana. Yawwa a tabbatar mana da abba jihar Kano, shi muka zaba, shi muke yi, babu wani kure-mure. Ƙwarai kwa, gashi nan kuna gani, kamar yadda kuke iya gani, to abba muke yi. Da abu muka zaɓa gashi nan wannan al'umma da kuke gani ku kalle su iya ganin ku abba muke yi shi muka zaɓa jihar Kano ba ma goyon bayan cin hanci da rashawa ba mu yadda ba kowa.
Don't worry, you shall use your own imagination to understand what he was saying. He was saying that look at the people of Kano. If the tribunal believe that they can remove Abba, they may cause problem in this state. And they may cause problem in Nigeria. But you know why I had to show you that, yeah? They had a curfew imposed on the state yesterday so that there is no violence or any problem. So today, those people came out in that large number that you saw. They no collect any police permit. No police permit, Bao. Police can't go stop them that way, Abi. That is what some people are saying that. You see, all of you are the obedient. If the day you decide to actually move out, if you mean or more, and nobody is kind of, you know what I mean, like if you really mean it, the police that are currently threatening up and down on every little gathering, okay, yes, they will move out, of course. But if you actually come out the way you are, they will have to behave themselves or the entire country will have to go down. But it seems to be, I don't know if it's late now, because it should have been the moment they started announcing those fake results, like some people have suggested. But don't let us go back to that anyway. But did you know that they didn't take any permit from anybody? No. And they were warning them as they were going. Here you get. Tomorrow, you may see all the Gandola people too. They too, they may come out. You will see them in their large numbers too. So that kind of political tension will always tell you that something is going to go south soon, especially when one of them feel like you don't use our agbara for us, they said they go use them for us now. Boom, that's it. Abi, here is what this guy had to say from that same Kano.
Assalamu alaikum, barkanmu da warhaka. I want to let the people know of Kano State that this is injustice. NNPP want Taraba State. The mandate was stolen, and our party leaders keep quiet over that matter up till date. We want Kano with large margin, 138,000. Is it a small vote? And now they say one stupid and useless prostitute judge came and want to nullify our mandate, and we are still sitting. That's rubbish. Who is that judge that they cannot deal with? Who is that judge? It is unfortunate a country we live. It is high time the youth stand up and speak for themselves. How many times will you die? You only die once. If you know that you won election, if you know that your mandate is being stolen, stand up and fight. If you know that you are not being treated right by your government, stand up and fight. This is the time we should stand up. How many will they kill? How many will they kill? How many? Highest, you die because you are fighting jihad. When somebody tries to steal something from you and you fight for it, it's jihad. It's jihad. The youth of Nigeria, we are useless. The way Buhari told us, if you cannot stand up for your mandate and one stupid few people are fighting you, collecting, choking you on the neck, and you can't speak, you are useless. That is why Buhari can call us useless. What rubbish! In this country, we will all die. They will bury us in this country. Nobody can take the country away from you. As far as you are going to die, they must bury you here. Your body must remain here. If you did not live in this country, enjoy this country while you are living, you will enjoy it while you are dead. Then why are you afraid? What is the differences between a dead man and a living man in Nigeria? When you cannot fight for your rights, when you cannot be employed, when you can graduate and you will live without job opportunities. Are you not a dead man? When you can't feed yourself, are you not a dead man? Imagine presidential election, we all know that it's a manipulated result. And they brought the president and none of us can stand up for the right and fight for justice. Some few criminals who call themselves judges went and sat in the tribunal to make judge. Who are they? Can they judge more than God? Won't they die? We will all die. Then don't be afraid of death. It is high time. It's choking. It's choking me.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
what
shall I say? Thank you,
We can deliver also he can deliver. Viva ye can deliver. Rock it
Yes, thank you, Lord. A lot of you are also going to be like that soon. It depends where you feel like your own injustice they touch you. I hope you know that. Okay. So in Kano right now, they are waiting for the appeal. And in that appeal, all right, after the appeal, then they will have to go to Supreme Court. So if the Supreme Court says, Kwakwansop and his NNPP did not win, therefore they must go, then we would probably kind of be able to, their actions afterward will determine if, you know, they are what they said they are. So I don't want to kind of wind them up, okay? But the fact here is that if the people of Kano says they are going to fight for what they believe actually happened is right, and the court is changing it, you can bet on that, okay? Yesterday in Lagos, where people have been, you see, I have told you, I don't know. What are you really doing about this Mohbad gathering? Is it rally, candlelight, protests? Because it's like you are confusing the criminals in black. Oh, you know, they have phobia for gathering. They don't like people gathering. If they are not the ones that actually call you together to gather to come and do public stunt for them, they have phobia for it. Before you know it, they will start shooting. And when you ask them, why are you shooting now? Oh, police, why are you shooting? Why are you shooting now? Officer, why are you shooting? I don't know. I just thought we should start shooting when we saw more than 2 people. So, you know. Officer, but there must be something that makes you want to shoot people now. Why did you start shooting people? So I don't know. Give us reason now. There's no reason. That's exactly how Nigeria police officers operate. They will shoot you and kill you. And then when you ask them, you know, in America, they say, shoot first, ask question later. Is that not what they say in America? I don't know. I'm not sure if that's true. All of you in America, tell me, what do the police in America say? They say shoot first, ask question later. Which question you ask person we don't die? That's not true. Okay, great. I like that. Somebody just quickly corrected that. That's not true. Okay? Don't shoot first and ask question. In Nigeria, they will start shooting when you ask them, why are you shooting people who are raising up their hands, peaceful protesters or peaceful gathering? They say, we just receive an intel. There are some people who want to come and hijack this gathering. So people want to come and hijack. What do you do as police officers? You will protect those who are really doing their thing, and those who are coming to hijack, you will arrest them. Why are you shooting everybody where they here? We don't know. We just thought we should start shooting all of them so everybody can go. The job is easier instead of you know, sort of solving it, like separating those who want to cause problem from those who are there for a reason. Nigeria police don't do that. It's like kill them first and then explain later. Then they will start lying. Then later they would okay, yeah, that happened. Then the rest is story. Do you get that now? They don't do policing job in Nigeria. They will tell you order from above. If one drug addict or drug dealer is probably a governor, a politician somewhere with one simple power, if he calls the police and say, hey, you policemen, all of those people who are carrying placard, they are carrying weapon of mass destruction. Those placard, they are nuclear weapon. Shoot aside. The various police officers too, they will go there, cock their gun, and they will start shooting them. Why did you shoot them? Order from above. They don't get sense. People gathered, they were doing candlelight yesterday. Do you understand? For the, for Mohbad. And it's been everywhere. So I kind of call them mourners. Okay? People who are actually like mourning, doing things like processions. Processions like, let us gather in so place. Okay, let us take what do you call it? 1 kilometer walk. Okay? Where we are going to, it's called procession, okay? They are armless. They don't have anything against anybody. There's no fighting there. Right? So they said Muri Okunola was where they said they should converge. Okay? So they converged at Muri Okunola, close to Lekki. So a lot of them they said a lot of them actually parked their cars close to Lekki and they trekked to the meeting point. So majority of them, the moment they finished and they were all going back. So in that crowd, as they dispersed, some of them just headed straight to Lekki toll gate. Afibieti. Everybody go! Everybody go! We are going home. We need to go and get our cars. There is not be any protest here at the toll gate. People. And before you know it, at least they still want them. Whoa. They say canisters. Tear gas canisters. They showed the guy, a girl. Her leg, it's like shattered. Like it was torn apart like that. Kilude. Justice for Mohbad. Justice for Mohbad. She will start justice for what do you call it? Tokwe. Justice for Tunde, justice for Lola, justice for Kemi, nítorí wọ́n lọ ṣe justice for Mohbad. Trigger happy criminals. Somebody's PTSD kicked in when they saw the crowd moving straight to the toll gates. Somebody felt like, I want to develop my business, me Joe. Like, what the hell, man? I want it in Losi to get to they won't go shut down to get to they won't start again, and all of that to boom. I told you a few days ago, I said I have seen a lot of young people who have come together and they have actually shown what you can say their displeasure towards the case of Mohbad. I said it is so peaceful, sort of growing, but now they are letting you walk and do all of these things. You are going to wake up one morning and they're going to say, we don't want anybody to do any protest. You are trying to put pressure on us. They're going to blame you, say, excuse me. Yes, they're going to blame you that all this gathering, you are putting pressure on them. Some people are already hijacking your gathering. We don't want any of you to go anywhere anymore. Then, in their own overzealousness, the Nigeria police will shoot somebody or a group of people and they will kill somebody, and that will lead to another thing again. It happened in Lagos last night. Okay, but we didn't get a report of anybody being killed though. But I can't show you the video of this shattered leg, bloody shattered leg, like you can see the bone. Yeah, you can see the bone in there, like it's open like that. And they had to carry the girl, like, hey, help us. They don't do them again, no. And the police said some people hijacked Mohbad protest. Mohbad candlelight. That the candlelight has already ended at Muri-Okunola. So they discovered that some people still went on, that they were going to the toll gate. Why were they going to the toll gate? Police didn't wait for that, and they started shooting at them. PTSD. And immediately, they launched their regular propaganda. This, like they are blaming them already. And there are some of them who are already blaming the participants, saying, oh, we've already ended the program more than an hour, more than 2 hours. Why are people still going to the toll gate? So the police that shot at them, although they shouldn't have shot at them, but why are they going there? Why do you want to shake any? So they have started that. And I've been watching from far, like, okay, the day is still far. Okay, but I saw something. That was the moment I realized that, Omo, I'm not sure that people are actually really ready to fight for anything and make it any difference at all. Remember that everywhere you go, Naira Marley, Sam Larry, and then Abu Ebel. But this Abu Ebel was not really mentioned much, okay, in this Mohbad stuff. But being their friends, it was being mentioned. He is also a thug. I told you I did something about celebrity criminals, celebrity thugs. Adata Buebel is one of them. And you see where they were doing the mourning for, they were crying, I mean, like, doing the mourning for Mohbad. That Abuebel came there. And guess what? I mean, they pretty much felt like they were so happy to see him. Celebrity thug. A lot of people actually fear these guys. Oh. You know what somebody told me, my friend? It was like, for real, it was like, Mayegun, I don't want you to talk about all these Naira Marley people. They are so dangerous. So, like all of his boys are in London, very dangerous guys. And you see what they did to Rogedi Baba in London. Those are Naira Marley boys. So I was like, Baba, now Glasgow are they live, now Scotland are they live. So you understand? I know they live for London. And meanwhile, this is UK as well. Of course, we know how dangerous they can be. And for the fact that even people will live abroad, somehow, they have this reservation. They are like, it's like, I just ignore. I would rather keep my mouth shut. Oh. I don't want their boys to come and stab me. Oh. I don't want all their court boys in London to come and I was like, they must be so powerful. Oh. Now that Abuebel, just like me, as I'm talking like this, as if I was in Nigeria, they would not beat me bad. They would not beat me bad. No joke. Or maybe they would never be able to touch me because if you do Rome, you could do like Romans new. You see that guy, they are all jumping after. There is a very violent, dangerous guy. But he's an Instagram celebrity and the rest of all those, okay? There's a guy called DJ Chicken. Ojukwenre. Now that Abuebel beat this boy. He beat him until he deformed him like this. Why? Because the boy didn't respect him enough on TikTok. They call that boy DJ Chicken. We are talking about those who bullied Mohbad until he died. Those who were beating him up, assaulting him, threatening him, and all of that until he died. Okay, that DJ Chicken no die. If you see the video where they were beating him, you will think that guy was an armed robber caught by street thugs. They said something on social media. A lawless country like Nigeria, they beat him, and beat him. They were beating him with rod, with wood, big, strong sticks, until they deformed his face, deformed his body, deformed everything, to teach him a lesson. That year, don't ever talk to Abuebel like that. Abuebel, Baba Abuebel, a thug. So a bully attended the what do you call it? The procession, candlelight for a bully, for a victim of a bullying. The bully that his own friends did to him. And look at all those guys. They were like, hey, hey, hey. Oh, I was like, they are not ready. No, they're not. Okay. It is mostly peer pressure. Some of them just want to follow what everybody is doing. They have no idea what they really want. Do you understand? So somebody said, if Naira Marley entered that crowd that same time, they will guide him, they will hail him, and all of you will be shocked. I said, well, at least they've not been kind of even arrested or being prosecuted for any crime yet. So yeah. But when you look at all of the raging, rages everywhere, you will think, say, oh, more if they capture these guys, Bullying has ended. Bullying has not ended though. Baba. Nigeria, they don't hate oppression. Nigerians don't hate corruption. Do you know what Nigerians hate? You see all this bullying. Nigerians don't hate bullying. They don't hate oppression. Nigerians just don't like it if they are not the one doing the oppression. And that is when we start calling on God. The God that I serve, he will fight for me. God will fight for me. Oh. God that fight for the people that have no power. And the one with that power will be like, which God? Which God? Go and call your God to come and fight for you now. Because he has that power. That's why a lot of them are also waiting for the time that they believe that if they suffer oppression today, if they bully them today, if they oppress them anywhere today, one day it's going to be their turn. Okay? A lot of people actually work so hard so that they can walk and go and face those who bullied them and say, you see, you cannot bully me anymore. I'm a big man now. See me. See? If you do anyhow, I will call the commissioner of police. They say, it's okay. No vex. You know that time don't pass now. You know, I'm sorry. That time don't pass. You self don't arrive. You be chairman now. We know if we bully you now. Nigerians don't hate oppression. If you fall victim of oppression, either from those in government or those who are not in government, right? People will begin to ask you, what do you self do? Say, Mayegun, kilo di eje. Why do you have blood? I say, if you know what happened to me today, say, what happened, Mayegun? I was just going my own way like this. Now, so Remi Werekpe, she was driving like this. So Remi Werekpe now saw me and said, now that Mayegun be that. Oh yeah, bring him for me. So they now forced me out of my car like that. I big bass. So Remi now said, Emi don't pay Remi Werekpe. It's me you are calling. Yala yeah anyway. Oh yeah, beat him again. Bros. They beat me like say can you know she waiting you do? Because I know say that woman cannot just she cannot just come, just see you and say they should start. What do you do, Mayegun? What do you do? Because I call him Remi Werekpe. Oh, now you call some then. Come, oh, go see what we feel use for you. I get paracetamol here. Oh, when you clean the blood, tell her me can't get paracetamol yet to buy any. They don't hate corruption too. No. Now Google kill our leader. Now Google kill all these politicians. These people are so heartless. How can these people so hate us? Now all Nigerians, they talk that one. No. Until their family member gets an appointment or gets elected into political office. So when you now say, I swear, Baba, now Google kill all these politicians. Baba, Mama shake me. You don't need to be cursing like that. Everything is not curse. So what do you mean? Who curse them, Jari? Let's curse them. This politician, now Google kill all of them. Don't see. You know, there's something I need to tell you. Life is not always like all this gra that you always do. Listen, government is not easy. All these courses and all of this, no, they work on them. Let us pray for them. We should be praying so that they can do the right thing. Don't join politics. And he knows that if they don't steal, he go to touch him. So you, Mayegun, you better stop shouting. You better become the friend of the son of a governor. You know, say if you don't like the governor, if you say I hate you. I mean, if your friend become, that's what they say. If your friend become governor, and you decided not to be his friend again, what will happen is that you will not be you will not be a governor's friend. That's what they'll tell you. And I've noticed that many times. Only few of us that genuinely will say it and they will mean it. I am one of them. You just weigh all the options. So I have seen that, and I believe that when you seek a just society, you don't cherry pick. Okay? You don't cherry pick. Which means if you see those who are actually doing anything wrong, don't pick up that your tribal religious lens to see through and begin to act funny like that. You say, he's a Yoruba man. I don't feel criticize him. Oh, he's a Fulani man. No, I cannot criticize a Fulani man, even though I know say you need to take that off, because I have also kind of come to a term that whether you find an excuse in order to defend your own oppressor, your own corrupt criminals, whatever you try to do, in the overall thing, ladies and gentlemen, bad leadership and the consequences of the bad leadership is never limited to those who rejected the criminals. Even you, their ass lickers, you will not be spared like you have in Nigeria now. Ladies and gentlemen, if you go around and they say $1 is equal to 1 naira, just so you know, they say if you don't agree, you can go to court. Okay? Because they are working on something soon, right? The naira to $1 has crossed the Rubicon. There is no going back anymore. By the time Kolu is done with you, naira to dollar will be over 1,500 naira. Their logic, see, let me tell you something. Let me say, I want that to happen. Just for clarity now, okay? The idea that these criminals said they have, okay, to make naira not to continue to crash, is to go and look for dollars, because they floated the naira. And they have something called arbitrage. Do you know the meaning of that arbitrage? No? Me too. I don't know the meaning. I don't care. Anyway, what they simply are doing is, when people want to bring anything to Nigeria, they can't buy anything in naira. They would need to either approach a bank, and change their naira to the currency traded by that place they want to go and trade and bring to Nigeria. Now, the problem is, a lot of people want to go abroad, businessmen want to go abroad and bring their businesses to Nigeria, okay? And they have no access to dollars. Not having access to dollars then means, okay, they can't do business. And out of desperation, a lot of them will approach Bureau de Change, the one they call the black markets. They will go to any lengths for anyone who is ready to actually trade and give to them. Because naira has been so devalued. So those who have their dollars, they will be the one to determine how much they want to sell it. So what Thiefnubu and his whatever are doing is that Nigeria have no forex anymore. Foreign reserve of Nigeria from 40 billion. Now, what you have left is less than 3 billion right now. Okay? Nigeria has no excess through the accounts. Okay? NNPC is not remitting any dollars to the Federation account of Nigeria. What they are doing is they are printing money secretly to share to the states. So all this whole thing means that the people who really want to run the economy, who are really supposed to be running the economy, they have their naira. They have no access to dollars. So Thiefnubu and co have now decided that they will just be looking for dollars everywhere, put them in a pot, and let those ones who want to go and do business come and change the money. Okay? But unfortunately, it is not for just any other business. The one they are they are trying to get to. It is for the oil marketers, for the subsidy money. So that the naira will not be going too up And the price of petrol will not be going too up as well. Their own subsidy is to go and borrow dollars, and give it to these marketers. They took $3 billion, Baba. 3 billion. It didn't take them 2 weeks. Those people finished the 3 billion. Now, dollar no day again. And there's nowhere to see them to ship dollars down to them, to Nigeria. No, not anymore. So in this out of desperation, Naira Naira singing. Now it's like Naira singing on the way to 2,000 naira to $1. Emma dami duro. Emi omo babolowo, because as Naira they go to total rest in peace. If they sing, they can't hold it anymore. The chain, the rain is gone. Where are they going to see urgent cash? How many times would they need urgent cash to pump in? Now they are telling people, listen. There's another market strategy. Let the Naira continue to crash. Don't worry yourselves. Let it continue to crash. So the Naira is going to crash. Even if it reach 2,000, at a point, it's going to stop. That's what they are telling you now. They said at a point, it's going to stop. Then it's going to start coming down. The same pattern. In 2015, when Bokwari APC, Egbekegbe, started the round tripping, they were giving dollars, bulk millions of dollars, billions of it. They were giving it to some recharge card seller from Daura. Those ones became middlemen. Instead of central bank to give money, the dollars to the bank as allocation, to the banks. So if you want to do anything, you go to the bank, okay? So that they can know who is getting what and how much and where. When Bokwari came, they created middlemen in the middle. Banks are like this. Central Bank of Nigeria, here. NMPC, here. That one, they say black market crude oil. Nigeria was losing money. No dollar was coming to this here, Central Bank. You see those banks, Nigerian banks here, they cannot go here to go and collect dollar allocation that they used to collect. Now they have to go to these people in the middle here. The recharge card seller from Daura. Those ones are now those ones with the dollars. So, like play, Nigeria Naira to dollar jumped from 145 Naira to $1. Official rate, 190 Naira to $1. Black market rate. From the moment they started that around tripping, it just jumped 600 Naira to $1. This has never happened before. What is the meaning of this? Then they said Naira don't they crash you, dollar don't they crash you. So from 600 Naira to $1, it just came down straight to 400 and something to $1. Now, so this Olori Burukus, they can't enter streets. They started celebrating it. Sai Baba, God bless you. Naira has now crashed to 480 Naira to $1. The Olori Buruku that took Naira from 145 Naira 2 years before, took it from 145 Naira to 600 Naira. Then he came down to 480. They started saying we should bring out the red carpets, celebrate Bokwari for once. Because Bokwari was an economic genius. They are taking you through that route again right now. Okay? Dollar Naira can reach anything. Then it will now come down in a way that you begin to exchange Naira to dollar for maybe 1,400 Naira to $1. From 1,800 or 2,000 Naira to $1. Or maybe that is too far. Let's say, remember, the day Kalu, the day they handed over the power to Kalu, Thiefnubu, dollar to Naira around that time was 810 Naira to $1. 800. 710 Naira to $1, black market. Their official rate was 450 Naira to $1. Central Bank of Nigeria. Fast forward to 3 months after, Nigeria Naira don't cross 1,000 Naira to $1 now. 1,007 Naira to $1. So, if the thing can enter 1,100 Naira to $1, 1,200 Naira to $1, Then you, excuse me, oh, then they say, oh, Naira and dollar has crashed too. It is now 900 Naira to $1. They will now say all of you should go and move, you should go and bring your Ashwebi. Thiefnubu has done it. See this miracle. Nigeria Naira gained so much from 1,200 Naira to $1. It has now come to 990 Naira to $1. What a great achievement. Now, so now they say it did so well. If you have not recovered from what Bokwari did to you, I'm giving you the framework. Something like the X-ray result of what you are actually headed for. 1,000 Naira to $1. Loju emiwa. Like Jawo. Syria. You know Syria. Where they fight war. You know Libya. Where no get government. You know Somalia. Where no get government, Baba. Their currency, no, they take this kind for. So Kolu is also using that template of let's pump money into it. Now they are telling you the petrol price is going to go up in the next coming days. Are you ready for it? You are not. Oh, Ojelo, get ready. Don't store gas at home. Don't go and store gas at home. Cylinder. It could burn on you. Bomb. You don't hear bomb before. It can bring the whole building down. 10 kg cylinder. Only baby building in the to back banner. Don't, you know what I mean? Go get yourself ready. Timomi, you know, get yourself ready. Go prepare for shege tumbo. Get yourself ready. Because the style these guys are using, there's nowhere that they actually have a plan to invest in the economy of Nigeria. They believe they can begin to sell the idea of, I'm inviting investor. I need to bring investor. There is nobody coming that is going to make any difference. Okay? And it's unfortunate. There's a clip I wanted to play in the middle earlier. I'm going to still play it. It is this guy. Obi.
Well, I was here. But I can tell people that I passed through here. And this, sat in a class with people. My lecturers are there. People like Professor Wala. I'm still close to them till today. So it is important that we look at this ethical leadership. That is what is propelling society. That's what making society go. People are telling their people the truth. What is happening? I came back, I was in Bangladesh on Friday, and I felt so sad for Nigeria. It's a country I visited in 2007, 2009, 2015, and going back there in 2003, I was in pain. In pain. Because this is a country that has the same size as ours. They don't have oil. They are not exporting oil. They are not doing anything. They are just trying to do the right things by having the ethical leadership Ben preach today. By having the ethical leadership Ben preach today. Just to not to go back to those years I'm telling you, but just 2009 when I visited there for the first time, Bangladesh had a per capita of $688. Call it $700. Nigeria was 2,000, almost 2,000 plus. By 2015, they were 1,000, about 1,300. We were 2,600 and something, almost 2007. Today, Bangladesh per capita is 2007. We are 2,100. We've lost almost 30% of what we were a few years ago. They have, within these 15 years, done four times their per capita. You could see the infrastructure. When in 2009, their unemployment were over 10%. Was there by June or July 2009. Today, they're under 5%. And you could see it. You could feel it. This place is just collapsing by the day. And all people there used to tell us lies. I came back there and told somebody, you don't go to look for foreign investor. Anybody who tells is going around the world to look for foreign investor is wasting everybody's time. Foreign investor is like bee and honey. If you put honey here, how the bee will come in, nobody will tell you. I told you Macron finished G20 meeting, flew to Bangladesh, because Bangladesh has just ordered 10 Airbus 350. So you have to go and see them, because they're coming. If you look at all the economic analysis, go and Google where Bangladesh will be in 2030, where they will be in 2050. Nobody knows where we're going to be. With all this lying and joke and everything, and people think it's about A or B or C. No. A deputy governor was just asked, you didn't go to school. He said it doesn't matter. But if you did, you were the one who said, I went to this school. Nobody forced you. If you know it doesn't matter, you would have said, I didn't go to school. So when you got ingenuity as somebody who didn't go to school and was able to come up to this, but don't say this. We have now reached a country where, like Ben said, where people say something and do something else. I asked a woman to queue. He told me, whenever I queue, I don't get anything. This happened to me last year. So whenever I queue, I don't get anything. And after the tribunal decided our case, I called the woman and said, I'm sorry. Whenever I queue, I don't get anything. Because we had somebody going around the world saying this is how he's going to conduct the election. Everywhere he goes, he said, it was the night that I heard what was called real time. Suddenly, he said, no, he can do it anyhow. Why didn't you tell us it anyhow? So that we can behave anyhow when we are voting as well. That is your country. That is what Ben is preaching today. And unless we do that.
I thought I should leave it for you. The NLC, Nigeria Labour Congress, are going on an indefinite strike, which means, like I said, get yourself ready for what is coming. Oh, sure you get. So I don't know if they will be able to carry it out or not, but from Monday, because that same Monday, Kalu just made an announcement that they are increasing the salaries of university lecturer or so. Mercy said, I refer to your letter number, blah, blah, blah. Find attached the circulars pertaining to the 4 salary structures in the universities, polytechnics, and colleges of education for your information. Attached. So the 23.5% earlier reflected in our letter, blah, 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 July 2022, and stated in paragraph 2 of your letter has been increased to 25%, right? Which accounted for the increased cost implication. So this commission is really pleased with the success. Your informer, blah, 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 anyway, you know? So they are increasing the salary of, teachers, lecturers, and the rest of them by 35%. And it's also announcing minimum wage increase. So they're going to give you 40,000, I'll be 45,000 minimum wage. I'll be 50,000 minimum wage. So it's going to announce that. But all of this, the NNPC said they don't trust him. Nigeria is so broke. Nigeria won't even be able to pay the salary. How are they going to get out of this? Accountant Kalu, somebody who was an accountant. Oh yeah, now do the account on how you are going to take out 150 million people out of poverty. At least try to take maybe 20 million, maybe 30. Irony. And you took Kumaloba on poverty. Watch out. You see, when you see those who actually knows them very well, they don't expect anything from them, so they are more prepared to face whatever is coming and then fight it. Now you, this Alakpama Shishe, Dabimo Sheda, Lagos Abobakus, the what do you call the Facebook bandits, social media artsmen, all of una, the fine barras, social media bambia las. Those of you who are deceiving yourselves, thinking you are doing anybody but yourselves. Listen to me. When the shege finish with the rest of you, Baba, so anyway, for those who knows, get yourself ready. The shege is about, You know what you say? All aboard. Everybody get on board. It's gonna be it's gonna be a long, tough ride. But for you, the Lagos Sabobakus, now here we go there. Ma, go check. It's like I have one more thing to say. Or let me go and take calls. I've kind of missed some of you, right? All of you. So let's take calls. But before that, I'm going to go make myself another cup of tea, okay? So when I get back, we will talk. Share the broadcast. Yes, thank you so much for still hanging in there for me. And I currently do have a caller, but if you haven't really liked this broadcast, you should. It sometimes can be very hard to remember that you didn't. But if you have already done it, that's great, okay? So here is my caller. Hello there.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Abba?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's Air Force One again. It's been a while.
Air Force One. Yes, it's been a while.
How do you do,
sir? From you again, sir. There you go.
Yeah. I think the last time I called was when the tribunal ruling is about to come out the next day. I think less than 24 hours.
Right.
Yeah. So, well, always you've been doing a very wonderful job. And, I think there are still I've been trying to call in. You've done that I'm unable to do that, like the Obasanjo issue with the Obas and everything.
Oh, you want to touch that? Yeah, go on.
Together with that one, my only take on that one is just that, see, it is obvious and now evidence that our kingship and traditions has been watered down and desecrated by the leaders in Nigeria. Because when they should have probably tried to, object all these insults, they did not do anything because of their own personal pockets. But in Baba, that she get back, about
No, I beg you.
so, yeah, Yoruba as a race, we have cultures, we have values, we have norms that we like we are born into. We got to understand, and that is why when that thing happened, that people were so angry. And why are we angry? When it is our our posita. So Baba Jerry the Yoruba. When they install a king in Yoruba land, it is not just installing someone. There are traditions. There are like rules of engagement that they need to follow. If Allah for your blessed memory is like that day, and is in that setting that day, I guarantee you that man will not stand up. Even Obasanjo won't be able to do what he did that day too. So that one is just like that. But there's one thing you said today that like touched me very. Kind of struck my mind was about all these our elders always try to admonish us, like tell us to behave normal in the society, to not to follow bad gang, bad companies, corrupt good manners. And these same leaders of nowadays are the one hating and abetting corruptions and everything. Bad behaviors, court rulings. I saw the court ruling that you said the other day about the Kano thing. I was just laughing at one because I've been working lately so much. So I was just laughing, like, is this a country? Are these people, are they normal? Like, is this a country? Are these people normal? It's just kind of disgraceful. And I said that day during the last parliament that is it that the verdict of the presidential tribunal will bring honor to Nigeria and to Nigerians and to the judiciary. And what did he bring? He brought disgrace, dishonor. That's it. This thing is simple. Why have you been saying this thing over and over again?
I have.
I just hope one day Nigeria will rise to the occasion. And take Nigerians will rise to the occasion and take back their country, because these groups, like Obi said now, that the last clip we played, he said if anybody is telling you to go and bring the Festus, they are just lying to you.
That's right.
They are just lying to you.
Because they can see you from far, even without you coming to them. If you are worth it, they will beseech your country. They will rush your country, and you will know it yourself.
Sin is believing. Sin is a job.
That's right.
Okay, so yeah, when they see you, they see what you are up to, what you can do, they will run after you, or they will run to you.
That's right.
Come and invest. See, Nigeria case is a very sad.
Thank you so much, Air Force One. Let me take.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. You have a good one. So the number is actually on your screen, okay? And it's advised that you should call in through the WhatsApp, okay? It's easier that way, but some people prefer to call directly, especially these Europeans and Americans. Hello there.
Hello, my Gumbaba.
ABSU.
Yes, this is Gusa again calling from France.
Say that again. Did you say Musa? No.
No, Egusa.
Bless you. How did I kind of mix that there? Oh, anyway, how you doing, Baba?
Yes. I'm okay. Actually, I really don't want to go take much of your time. I just want to touch on some old stuff that happened, you understand, last week.
Okay.
On your show. A guy that called in and spoke about Igbo people. Actually, that has been pissing me off for a while, and the reason why I didn't call all this time because I was waiting for the result of the tribunal because I had some things, you understand, that I want to say. You know, you see, the thing is, we come here and say the same thing over and over again. See you talk and do the same thing. You understand? I don't know if you can just allow me to speak with your viewers just for some seconds.
That's what
I just want to pass.
Go for it.
Okay. It will be wise, everyone. You understand? We shouldn't come here and start listening to Mayegun speak all the time. We should start thinking on what plan we have to take next. Because the way Nigeria is going, I don't think anything is going to change. Nothing will change unless we start taking actions. In Mayegun's platform, there are 87,000 people who are subscribed. This is what I'm seeing on my screen right now. So what I'm thinking is, you understand, each one of us, you understand, if we can put at least €1, you understand, because me, I stay in France, we use euro, yeah. So wherever you are at dollars, you can put $1 for the 12 months, let's say $12 in a year. We can all put some money together, you understand, and start creating our own, you understand, group, you understand. We should start with this and start creating things, you understand, where we create shows where people will start knowing, their rights and a lot of things, you understand, start exposing most of these politicians when they come here. We pay journalists, people like David Udenyi, you understand, is not going to have problem looking for money to pay, you understand, the cutting. Exactly. So we can be in charge of that. If you need those kind of help, we can pay it, you understand, because we putting this money together is not going to cost nothing. Imagine if 87,000 of us put that little sum that is little. I heard you talking about the money we're remitting to Nigeria, you understand, yearly, you understand, 20-something billion or something like that. So if we start with this
US dollars, that's a lot.
Okay, $25 billion. Okay, just imagine 87,000 of us, the beginners in this your platform now, start putting money. I know some of your followers are in Nigeria, you understand, but those of us who are here, we can all group up and start putting this little money together, start creating, you understand, a body, you understand, that we know we will, people like Farouk, Mayegun, these people are brands. Dele Farouk to me is already a brand.
I think I get the drift, which is a kind of, if I get this, so hang on, right? It's when they say they have Black Lives Matter, BLM, for example, right? We
exactly, something like this.
Thing that it is easier for people to actually associate with it and join them. And
exactly.
So you're talking about something like
Thank
that.
you very much.
Using the template
something like this. You understand? We don't have to use your platform. You understand? We don't have to do that because you already have your own program. The only thing we can do is bring people like you. You understand? To speak. You understand? Talk with people. You understand? Advice on what to do next because you people are already a juggernaut in this.
That's what will actually help when it comes to organizing, mobilizing, doing all those things. So it's so different from whatever everyone is doing. It's like conglomeration of all of that.
I'm telling you.
Makes sense.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Because if we don't have a body, these people will always deal with us separately. We are individuals that they are dealing with. You understand? We don't have a big body where they will be scared.
Stand alone.
Exactly.
All of that. So
thank you very much. Yeah. If they come to Europe, they will be scared. You understand? When they come and visit their kids, the kind of money they spend, we expose them. You saw the way.
Kind of sensible stuff. Sure, you get. It's just that we are so concerned that Nigeria is more divided these days than it ever was, right? So it's going to take a lot of work to put that off. But if it's ever done, right, it's like saying, for example, let's just say, for example, Nigeria lives matter. I'm just, for example, right? That's it. Nigerian life matter. And they say, oh, I'm a member of that. You are a member of that, this or that. So organizationally, right? If we say politicians are in UK, for example, that body can just call all the members, thousands of them, and say, we hear that they're going to be here, 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 here. We are going to ambush them, and we're going to ask them to leave. And once they know that if they go to America, that same body can call everybody together and all of that, right? And that's one thing I respect. Go on.
Mayegun, you don't just have over 100 IQ for nothing. It's like you are in my head. You just read it exactly the way I mean it. I don't know how you got it, but you really got it correct. Because we should have a body. We shouldn't come here all the time and listen. Everybody, yeah.
Something that a body that can call out 10,000 people in any country and they will come out. Something like that.
Exactly. So they know that if they arrest Mayegun or they arrest what's it called, David. You see, David, I saw it yesterday. Exactly. I was so sad hearing him talking like this. This is the guy bringing the turning point into our country. This guy will be taken and maybe killed at the end of the day. And we are just here listening to Mayegun talk. So Mayegun is talking 3 hours every day, every fucking day. He has a lot in his head. We can't bring him and say we want to use this platform to do what? Mayegun himself has something to do. He has his own thing to say. We should regroup. Maybe this platform is a blessing for all of us. Let's just regroup. €1. It's not, you pay 12 euro in a year. It is nothing for me. It is nothing for you guys too. We should start, even if we are 10,000, let's start there. When people see the impact we are making, they will join. This is, it's going to involve not south, east, west.
And you'll be surprised that a lot of people right there in the comment possibly are thinking like you too. And they are there saying, of course, that's what I'm saying. That's what I wanted to.
I'm telling you.
You've said it. Let's see what will happen. You know? Thank you so much.
Mayegun. Thank you too, Mayegun. Thank you for your good work. God bless you, and God will bless you forever, man.
Nice, Baba.
Yes, thanks.
Let's take another one. Remember, okay, if you are enjoying this, right, and you haven't really paid your own offering, your offering is to like the video, okay? If you haven't, you can take a moment and do that. I have another caller on the line. Here. Hello there.
Hello, Mayegun.
Yes, sir. Is that a man or sir? The voice is not so clear.
It's a woman.
It's a lady. So, my lady.
Yes.
Good evening, ma. How are you?
I'm fine, Mr. Mayegun. God will bless you for what you are doing for us. Yes, God will bless you.
Amen.
I've been watching your what you are doing. At first, my husband said, "Oh, you are not Mrs. Mayegun." I said, "Yes, I'm Mrs. Mayegun." Mayegun is fighting for all of us, fighting for the whole Nigerians. Please keep up with your fight, because we are dealing with crooks. The people we are dealing with are crooks.
That's right.
We have to fight to grab that country out from their hands. I support what you are doing, and from today, I will support financially.
Thank you.
You are doing it for the whole country. God will bless you.
Amen.
Bless your family.
Amen, ma'am.
And please hide yourself. Hide yourself, because these people are criminals. They're thieves.
I know.
They steal at night. They steal in the morning. They steal any time of the day.
That's the career they choose, ma'am. That's their career. I call them career criminals.
Yes. I am. I wish the young people. I'm old, but because of what is happening in Nigeria, I have to jump out with my family.
See,
all my kids are here in the US. At my age, I'm supposed to be at home on retirement, but I'm here in US because of what is happening there in Nigeria. I always try to go home for Christmas, but now it's no more possible the way I'm looking at things. So please, you should form whatever forum we have to raise our voice for these people to hear our voice. They need to hear our voice.
They have to.
They need to know that we all own that country. The country doesn't belong to one person.
Not to anybody,
just
like that.
Yes.
But everybody.
Yes, sir. Please, I support you people. The younger people should get up and fight.
Thank you.
The older people like us will be looking at them.
And you will just pray and support us. I like that, you know.
Yes,
for every help this generation can muster is always going to be needed. But it seems that they are already overwhelming us until we push back. Right?
Yes, sir. We shouldn't make this a fight, a sectional Igbos or Yorubas. No.
God bless
it's
you.
It's fight for every one of us.
That's right.
We all have to fight.
That's right.
Please.
God bless you. Thanks so much, Mom. Okay. It's so refreshing, by the way. Every time I have ladies come on to add their own voice to this, especially they tend to be a lot of them who actually watches behind the scene and follow this religiously. So thank you so much, Ma. Here we go. Another caller. Hello there.
Hello, Mayegu.
Hello, Ma. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, from wherever you're watching from.
Bless you. Top
of Otojo Meta. Yeah, Otojo Meta. The family in call, Shalafia New.
Thank you, Ma. Everybody over there too. Ma?
We bless God. Everybody is fine.
Great.
Yeah, I actually called because of two things.
Please.
Yeah, number one, the first caller that called talked about the Obas.
Yes.
The way they were the way they were disgraced. Now I want to ask, which of all those Obas that were sitting there that day, which one entered that throne legitimately?
Well, that's a big one.
Which one? Alale said, "It is now your turn. Oh yeah, come and stay."
So you are the next king without the wuru that we now know them do all the
time. So anyone that entered there illegitimately is bound to be disgraced, just like what happened the other day. You can't go to London and do this to King Charles.
No way.
Or even the prince or the princess. Why? Because they know they are legitimate. So if Obasanjo, ask them to stand up, they all know the meeting they had already done. They know who put them there. They know why they are there, and they know what they are doing while they are there.
And which master?
So that is that for them. Yes. So that is that for that. Because the truth is, see, I know we've been fighting, we've been calling, we've been praying, and we've been saying, God, when will all this end? The truth is, most of these people, all these seats that they are there, that they were not, they entered through the back door. They are not enjoying it.
Rightful owners.
They are not the rightful owner. And the truth is, go and search. They are not enjoying whatever they are doing there. Because they need to pay their master. They need to, it's just like you send them an errand. They need to go back and deliver.
And he will pay the pipers,
so that's
dictate the tone.
Yeah, to throw the tones, that is it. So they need to, that's how they'll be twisting them, turning them around, showing them, telling them what to do. On Orioye. It is well.
I like, when we were growing up, a lot of us who actually grew up in the rural areas, communities, and all of that, even those who schooled there, we know the value that is associated with the title of an Oba. It doesn't matter whether it's a small town or a big town.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if you have to put a crown on your head. We know the process. We know all. So it's so unbelievable that anybody who knows that same process will disgrace them like that. So you are right.
That is it.
Majority of them
they all know the process of which they entered there. So yeah, so they know they are not the rightful owners. So they know they are just there to answer to their Oga that put them there. Some of them came in, they all know how they entered. So the ones that entered in a legitimate way, you won't even see them on that meeting
never see
that
them
they
around
went to.
such. Yes.
You will not see them yet because they know their rights, they know what they stand for. You understand?
I'm with you, man.
Then another thing again, the idea of the second caller, the idea he brought out of and I want to believe this is going to be of great help It is a time for us to form a group, because the truth is, just like you have said, they all saw, what's his name? The Jaguda, the killer. And see the way they are hailing him. You see all those children, their mind is anywhere they push us, that's where we will go.
Anywhere.
The ones that are ready to fight, the ones that are ready to fight are the ones that they are, they are trying to bend them. They don't want them to speak.
Yeah, to break them.
So if we have this platform, if we have this platform that the other caller have said, I want to, it's going to really, really stand. I know a lot of people here in America that are ready for that. I know a lot of people are going to join, they're going to contribute, and they're going to make it stand, because the truth is, just like our third caller said, you see, I'm making sure I'm pointing out everything that everybody said. She's old, and on a normal day, she's supposed to be in her home.
Just coming to that America to say hi to you once in a year or two. Yeah. She's back home, relaxing in a peaceful environment. Why can't she have that?
Yeah.
Because
but the environment is not conducive. You be going to the country, your mind will not be at rest. No. She can't. So I just pray. I mean, that is just my belief, because the truth is, these children are not ready. They are not ready. But I hope and I pray that there will be a justice for Mohbad, because that guy, I don't know him. I don't really listen to secular music, but when I just, so anytime I want to go on I'm like, what is about this guy? So I had to go into it. I started asking questions. Do you know, when I heard where they were beating this guy, my wife could not sleep.
I saw a wound, I saw a wound. When I was growing up, my mom told me that because I was very playful, so I always come home with marks and all of that. So one day I came home with a bruised rib. If you see how scared my mom was, because according to her, any wound that is here and a bone is broken, in her own mind, I could have internal bleeding. That is that, you know what I mean? So I saw Mohbad. I saw this massive wound here, right? And that thing that struck my mind was how my mom reacted when she saw me with just bruise, so not broken this, Well, I'm with you. Go.
In fact, when I saw it, some of people, what I do is I had to go to people that I know that they come out with the facts. I go to their blogs and I started reading about this guy. I started listening to the lyrics of the song. I started, seeing him talk. I now understand that this guy has been calling for help for a long time.
I swear, man.
That even the government authorities are aware of, but nobody did anything. And at the end of the day, with all the evidence out there, even though some have been propaganda, but when you go to the rightful people, when you go to the rightful people blog, you will see evidence. I was watching one when Diola was showing it. God, I said that one, I couldn't sleep. And I said, God, will this continue? This guy came from nowhere, just came to Nigeria and starts mesmerizing our youth, using them. A lot of them don't even know what they're doing no more. No focus, no vision, turning them from whatever they are. And we have a government that is taking care of that country. You are destroying the future of your country. When Buhari came to president, Buhari was 28 years old. When he was the first president of this country, that guy is 27 years old. With that talent, he has just gone. And the useless people that did this thing are away. Before you know it now, they will come back to the country.
And everything will just move like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened.
Well, let's hope not, because it's like it's more than that now.
Let's hope not.
Yeah, that a lot of this is spreading and spreading. Let's hope not, because it's
spreading
sad.
and spreading. Let's hope not. This time around, yes, let's hope not, because that is my belief. My husband will tell me, Mark Besori, money are coming, Mark Besori. That is our country. I thought I could not sleep. My ego could not sleep. My husband was looking at me like this and said, Mama, pare, money is not it's not me.
We can take it easy.
I'm just like, oh, do me one money alone.
The best is for person not to really follow the story. You understand? If you should by any means follow the story and you are an abiyamo who also have your own children, there is no way. I don't want to see how much you are like strong, that you won't feel shaking. It was bad, man.
I was do you know that? You know that I had to carry my son. I held him very close to my chest.
Yeah.
And he was like, Mom, what are you doing? I said, I just told him, I'm like, God will not allow.
How would I do if somebody treated my son that way? What would I do? Like, you know?
I know. My son was just looking at me and like, Mom, is everything okay? I'm like, it's okay. Because let me move other people to talk. God bless you for everything you've been doing. And I know that one day, we will all come out again and say, yes, we have made it.
We did it.
You understand?
Thank you.
God will bless you. Every princess, so it's been a long time.
She's
for me.
She's gonna hear. She's probably watching as well, right? So thank you so much, ma.
Okay.
Say me well to the family. Okay. You stay safe, ma. Bye bye.
I will.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
So now I have another caller here, even though this caller is going to be my last caller. I'm sorry I'm not giving all of us all our full time. It just has to be like that tonight. Okay, here. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Mayegun.
Dr. Agbede.
How are you, sir?
Very well, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. Happy Friday.
Same to you, sir.
God bless you.
Amen.
Yeah.
And you
now,
too, please.
My question today is to what is really happening here, because this my message is directed to the FBI. Already contacted them, and because in their phrase, in the FBI phrase, that when you see something, you must say something. That is, whenever you see something, you must definitely, immediately say something. So my question to them is that is it not working again, or the FBI has already cancelled that phrase? Because
this one is directed to the FBI straight now, yeah? You like, sir?
Correct.
Great.
Correct.
Go ahead,
correct.
Sir.
Yes. Because the fact is, the former Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Atiku Abubakar, saw something that could jeopardize the educational system in America. In the case of Chicago State University certificate issue of Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Right.
So the discrepancies and fraud that surround that certificate issue. So the FBI, you please tell the Nigerian populace whether or not that phrase, whenever you see something, you must say something is still operational. Is still operational or not? So that's my question to the FBI. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Yes.
Agbede, Dr. Agbede. So I thought it's going to be like a longer. So let me take one more to wrap it to the half past, and then that will be all. So I have a caller this time around from Germany, I believe. Hello there.
Hello, my gun is Austin from Germany.
Austin, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm really lucky today. Huh?
You are, indeed. I couldn't take my eyes off that, indeed. But yeah, thanks for not giving up. So how are you, sir?
My dear, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. And you are doing a really great job. I really appreciate you for that greatness.
Thank you.
You are doing great. Actually, one thing that makes me so much happy about you is that you are so much optimistic for what you believe.
Yes.
And with this your belief, you have helped a lot of people, and more especially people like me, that doesn't even give any hope in Nigeria. Because I have checked my balances and checked everything about Nigeria. There is no way Nigeria is going to work. I have checked everything. I was one a Nigerianist before. I was so much mad about Nigeria before. But when I see the whole things about Nigeria, how Nigeria looks like, it's like on daily basis we are falling into deep shit on daily basis, and there is no remedy about it.
I know.
So it is an illusion when somebody believes that he can salvage Nigeria by, like my brother from France now said, that we can do something maybe to see how we can be able to invite journalists, question these people when they come here, chase them away. You forgot you are dealing with monsters. These guys are monsters. These people that you are trying to plan this, they plan ahead of you. Let me be honest with you. What they are going to do, if you attack them here, they are going to wait for you at the airport. They are going to wait for you everywhere. They have their agents here. Remember that Nigerians are not in unit. Even the Nigerian youth, all of us are not in unit. Forget all these things we are saying.
I know.
There are these saying that he used to say, and maybe sometimes we ignore it. Nigerians are not angry. Nigeria doesn't hate oppressors.
No, really.
The only thing is that because they are not the one doing it. That's the reason why we are crying. What Nigerians want is let them be on top. As far as my brother is in power, I cannot talk bad about them. But if my brother is in power, we have to pray for them. We have to, you don't need to insult them. This is where Nigeria. This is where Nigeria find ourselves today. So if you think that
it all started from, a lot of people won't admit it, but it is true. It is real, and it is not the problem.
It is the real truth. It is the real truth. Now, so if you said you want to plan to attack them here, they will wait for you. They will hurt you. They are going to declare all of us outside, not indirectly, not to come. Do you know? I'm telling you. Do you know in Port Harcourt? Because I used to follow Port Harcourt every time I'm going home. Do you know they have DSS in Port Harcourt Airport?
They do.
That immediately you come down, when you are crossing the immigration, DSS will check your name on the list if you're on the wanted list. So if you come to attack them here, they will wait for you. There is no way you will escape it, except you want to stay outside forever.
I know.
And if you stay outside forever, like someone like you now, do you know they have blacklisted you?
I know.
They have blacklisted you. So planning against these people, the only option Nigeria have is the denial that Nigerians refuse to stand up. Nigerians should talk about disintegration, nothing more, nothing else. Nothing more, nothing else. If you talk about we want to help Nigeria, we want to rescue Nigeria from the hand of these people, how are you going to do it? How? They have the DSS, they have the army, they have the police, they have everything. They still have the money. You don't have money like them. They can go anywhere. They can pick you anywhere they want to pick you.
They can go to the end of the half to get what they want.
They get what they want.
No, they are like that. And I think what people should always remember is this. If you know your enemy, you should never underrate him. Now, every time you look at the system in Nigeria, the system in Nigeria is the enemy of Nigerians. Okay?
Exactly.
Now, if you now want to take out your enemy, you don't rush and go and say, no, you need to know your enemy. These guys are bad.
They are career criminals, as you call them. Really. They are really career criminals. They don't send you. They can go to any length to harm you.
So if you really want to fight them, you must be specific and be ready to be brutal too. Baba,
exactly. Nigerians need to talk about this integration. Nothing will help Nigeria. Nothing else. Nothing else. If we said let's go and do this, if you go to protest, they will kill you. If you do whatever you want to do, they are ready for you. They are ready for you. They are ready. Anytime, any moment. Only one thing: disintegrate Nigeria. If you don't do that, any other thing that you are going, if you talk about disintegration of Nigeria, a lot of people will come out. A lot of people will talk about it. But if you talk about let's salvage Nigeria, let's help Nigeria, let's do this. How do you want to start? Where do you want to start? Where? We have the whole criminals in the whole corners of Nigeria. In Igbo land, we have them as many as. And they are united, and they have the money, they have the resources. How do you want to talk about it? So the only option left for Nigerians to say, we had enough.
I'm even saying that we can champion a great movement if people actually will come together and think about what I'm about to say now, okay? A great movement that will say there should be no election in Nigeria until Nigerians actually agree to still be together, which starts from that fake constitution called the 1999 constitution. Let's start from that. So let Nigeria decide to be together before any next election. Election can't solve Nigeria problem.
That is also a great option. That's also a great idea.
You know what I mean? Like that would be the road to that disintegration you are talking about. But apart from that, like you said, people have all the resources to block anything. So if anybody is taking up on the system, it's better you're always kind of ready to collapse it and say, no election will happen in this place until we actually agree whether we still want to be together or not. So let's discuss that.
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah. Thank you, Mayegun. You got it right. You got it right. That's exactly what Nigeria need. Nigeria doesn't need all these things. If we start talking about changing talking about the constitution, yes, we can talk about that.
I'm not even saying like
then from there,
you know what? Maybe everybody just shut down the country and say we are not doing anything anymore in this country until we decide whether we want to continue or not. Like that kind of movement, But huge, you
were saying this before the election that nothing is going to come out of it. People are talking nonsense. Even here in Germany. I got a lot of enemies because of this issue. I told them, where do you want to start Nigeria? They will kick you out, they will rig you out, they will take you to court, and they will also kick you out in court. Look at the election tribunal. Look at what they said. Is that a judgment?
No.
Is that a judgment? How do you want to do it? How? So they are masters in every game. There is a total mockery. Okay, look at Tinubu yesterday. Look at Kano. Who did not sign the ballot papers? Who didn't sign it? Is it not the
system, their law?
Is it not the INEC?
And we are watching all of this unravel right before our very eyes.
Yeah. And someone will come out and tell me that Nigeria will work. Nigeria, we are going to redeem Nigeria. So I don't know that kind of miracle. Anyway, Mayegun, I really want to appreciate you and thank you for the good work you are doing. You are really doing a great job. May God bless you immensely.
Okay, for all the support.
Thank you.
And thanks for dropping that.
Thank you.
On us now. Okay, stay safe. Okay, and drive safe. I can hear the car.
Thank you.
So that is Austin calling from Germany. Now we're going to draw the curtains here. Okay, I promise again that at least we're going to do this tomorrow, and I will try and make sure that we have the full house where everybody can actually drop their own views at the full house, right? Thank you so much for all of the support. There is something I need to tell you, okay? You see, Yoruba Union, that a lot of you have been so helpful and supportive of, right? We have, you remember the story of Mr. Lukman and the rest, yeah? Well, apart from the medical bill and all of that of including his welfare that we have actually taken up to the best of our own resources, by the way, 2 of his own children have already been registered. These are children that have never been to school. Can you believe that? 12 years old and 9 years old, right? When you see these kids, they were in those videos when we went on to kind of see him then. So a member of the union has taken over their education. They are currently in a very nice private school in Lagos. Lovely kids. And I can't really wait to share the progress with the rest of you, especially the unionists, the Yoruba unionists, okay? So I just thought I should mention that we are considering going back for our back to school program. It seems to be so late now, unfortunately, but it's never too late. So we're going to work on our back to school project where we always go about to support what do you call the school children. The last time we were able to give at least five school exercise books to over 8,000 school children across Yoruba land. We did that. It was also impromptu. I'm saying it to you now, okay? That we are going to be doing that again. But for now, I can't wait to share the transformation, the progress in the lives of those children, Mr. Lukman's children, with you. So until then, thank you for all the support, okay? And thank you for sharing as well. I will see you again. Good night.
Máyégún làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náírà nọ́mbà wá.
Máyégún làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náírà nọ́mbà wá.
Máyégún ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náírà nọ́mbà wá.
Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náírà nọ́mbà wá.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Máyégún já wa sí.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náírà nọ́mbà wá.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náírà nọ́mbà wá.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Máyégún máa wí.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náírà nọ́mbà wá.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náírà nọ́mbà wá.
Máyégún dáyàrí pòlítíkò.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náírà nọ́mbà wá.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Máyégún.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náírà nọ́mbà wá.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náírà nọ́mbà wá.
Àní Máyégún làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Máyégún dáyàrí Náírà nọ́mbà wá.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé. Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Presido bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Ayé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀gọ̀lọ́mọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì máyé ègún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lúwẹ̀ túnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.